Tonight on Colonial Sports Center, gather around, it's story time. The men's football team create legend against Wagner. Volleyball is back, minus Megan Bell, but Jeanette Schneider didn't seem to notice. She was gone against Duquesne. And what's a show without field hockey anyway? Colonial Sports Center, the show starts now. Welcome to Colonial Sports Center, and I'm back from my 1-week suspension after stomping Nick Lumley in the face with my cleats.
I'm disappointed in you. But anyways, he's Brian Turpak, I'm Heather Suddeth, and I promise you there won't be any unsportsmanlike conduct here tonight.
I promise. And with that being said, let's talk some football, all right? Well, in the game of football, a story can quickly become legend. The immaculate reception, the catch, the drive, and most recently, the tackle, written by Ben Roethlisberger against the Colts last year. Last Saturday, the Colonials had created a story that has the potential to be legend. At 14-10, Wagner had marched down the field 71 yards to Bobby Moe's goal line, with under a minute left in the game with a chance to win. The stand has been written, but will it hold up as legend? If RMU pulls off an NEC championship win at the end of the season, Saturday's game will go down in history. But let's go to Wagner to see how the story unfolded. And the Colonials are 8-4 all-time against the Seahawks, but have dropped their last two here at Wagner. Let's go to the second quarter. Eric Zielinski looking to make things happen early. Tries to find Sherrod Evers to the deep ball, but instead finds a Seahawk. Heather, what is a Seahawk?
Well, a Seahawk is a bird that flies over the ocean.
I guess you're right. Wagner jumps on the board first with a 39-yard field goal. Barely makes it in 3-0 Wagner. RMU on the offensive. Zielinski going to dump it out to Jarvis Powers, and that guy's got the golden ticket. Run, Charlie, run! Scamper 17 yards for the first down. Bobby Moe looking to answer right back. Good pass defense by Wagner right here, but it's a little too good. Pass interference called on Dario Charlton. Wagner would have 6 penalties for 54 yards on the day. Sets up an eventual second down on the 13. Eric Zielinski, he is the Burger King. Finds Jarvis Powers for an easy 6, 7-3 good guys. Ensuing drive, Wagner's Matt Abbey gonna roll out, throws a dead Seahawk. Mike Nicholas, give me that! Takes it 23 yards, scrape off an illegal block tackle or illegal block call. Going to send it back a little bit second half RMU ball. Zielinski steps back, whoop, dishes out the Powers, gets the first down, 6 grabs for him, 69 yards. Tack on a roughing the passer call, puts it at the Wagner 38, 4 plays later. Time to make things right. Gonna find Mario Hines with the grab. Only 2 catches on the day for him, but they were worth it. 39 rushes for 83 yards. Play action not going to work, so Jarvis Powers has to make something happen. He does. Beautiful grab for the touchdown. Powers is nice. Half 5. That will make it 14-3 next drive. Wagner offense. Robert Morris defense and fumble. Mike Nicholas forcing the rock out. Bobby Moe will recover. Really starting to feel the momentum change here towards the end of the third quarter. 5 plays later, trying to convert on a 4th for funsies, but there's a fumble. Butterfingers for Robert Morris. Zielinski dropping 4, loses 3, eventually get the ball back. Vince Magnone, the big guy, with the toss. He loses the football. I'll tell you what, we'd be in trouble if this was a shower room at Alcatraz. 6 turnovers for the good guys. Silly. And look out, because here comes Wagner. Lon Wood's going to take it to the house. 14-10 RMU, still with the lead. Zielinski looking to respond, snipes out Sherrod Evers. Look at that catch. Every week this guy, clutch catches. 4th quarter, same drive. Zielinski drops back in the pocket, steps, sets up, nice pass to Mario Hines for 17 yards. Don't be alarmed, that's not a challenge flag. To make it a 1-touchdown game, Nate DiLorenzo, 41 yards. Can I get the machine that goes ping? That means that Wagner is still alive. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for Wagner to make something happen. Second play, ball handed off to Jason Butler. Going to stumble it up 7 yards out of bounds. Now at the Wagner 38, Jason Butler gets it again, but this time busts it out for 22 yards. Butler barely breaks the century, running 21 times for 101 yards now. Second down at our 21. Butler going to get it again, and his blockers don't even have anyone to block. Takes it all the way down to the RMU 12-yard line. Now at the 8, Matt Abbey tossing a fade, trying to get Chris Turner. And the circus is coming to town. Pass interference is called on us. Take another look. Jackie Candy gets tackled. Beat as it may, sets up the stand. Watch Chad Wingert on the left end, going to sprint down the line of scrimmage. Will close the giant hole. No touchdown. Wagner thinks they scored, but no dice. Grandma 2nd and goal at the 1. Abbey going to try to sneak it in, but none shall pass. Bobby Moe stops him again, sets up 3rd and goal at the 1. Abbey fakes the fullback. Butler goes nowhere. 40-yard loss. Chad Wingert says, "Get off me!" 4th down, 14-10, last chance. Check out Matt Brunk. He's going to truck it. I think I can. Following Abbey, going to chase him all the way down. Pushes him out right before he gets in the end zone. 4th down, no good. That would end the game 14-10. Beats Wagner on 4 downs right in front of the goal line. 14-10. Robert Morris pulls off the victory. Eric Solinsky, 19 for 31, 2 touchdowns. Jarvis Powers, 6 catches for 2 touchdowns. Mike Nicholas, 6 tackles, 2 interceptions. Matt Abbey for Wagner, 7 for 25, 98 yards, 2 interceptions. And Jason Butler, 21 carries, 101 yards for him.
Now for more pigskin updates, Stony Brook earned their 2nd win this weekend against Albany at home with a score of 33-21. Central Connecticut State made a name for themselves, crushing St. Francis, PA, get this, 21-62. Monmouth shut out Sacred Heart 24-0, while as Brian mentioned a few seconds ago, Wagner tripped up on the turf, losing to our own Colonial men 10-14. Checking out these other teams, Robert Morris just might end up living the Cinderella dream, rolling up to the NEC Championship game in a horse-drawn platinum pumpkin carriage, perhaps? We will see. But right now, I know you all are curious about how RMU's homecoming game might play out this weekend. So for heads up on how that might go, we go to Kelly Burke. Kelly?
The Colonials return home this weekend after spending the last 2 weeks on the road. This Saturday at 1 p.m., RMU hosts the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils for their annual homecoming game. This Northeast Conference matchup has the Colonials seeking their 5th straight win after beating Wagner last weekend 14-10. The Blue Devils are currently ranked 19th in Division I AA, and this is the first time the Colonials have ever faced a Division I AA ranked team. Overall, RMU holds a 10-2 advantage over Central Connecticut, but the 2 Blue Devil wins came in their last 2 matchups. Last year's contest was RMU quarterback Eric Swolinski's first start for the team, where he went 14 for 22, throwing 2 touchdowns and gaining 258 yards. At Joe Walton Stadium, I'm Kelly Burke.
This weekend's game against CCSU may not be USC Texas, but it's the closest 1AA version of that you're going to get. The new rankings are out, and implications are out of control. The Blue Devils are listed at number 2 in the top 10 mid-major poll, while the Beloved are ranked 5th. For the winner, top spot in the NEC Conference, a chance to move up in the mid-major polls. For the loser, reheated SpaghettiOs.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest of them all? Well, according to the Robert Morris Athletic Hall of Fame, there is not 1, but 9 total great inductees consisting of 8 former students and 1 coach. This Saturday at the football game against CCSU, 8 of the 9 inductees will be given the rite of passage into the Athletic Hall of Fame. And now, the Overachiever Athletic Award winners. Janita Dickey was a sprinter for the track and field team from 1997 to 2001. During this time, she was part of the 2 Northeast Conference Indoor Conference titles and named the NEC's most outstanding track performer. Dickey also holds indoor school records in the 200, 400, and 500 meter dashes, the 55 and 60 meter high hurdles, and a member of the 4x400 meter relay team. Outdoors, she also holds records in the 100 meter hurdles, 400 meter intermediate hurdles, and was a member of the 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay teams. Quite impressive.
Hank Fraley was a 3-year offensive line starter for the Colonials from 1997 to 1999. He helped lead RMU to 3 NEC championships during that time. He was only the 2nd Colonial ever to have his number retired. In the NFL, he started Super Bowl 39 for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Going a little old school, we go back to the time period between 1969 and 71, where Dwight Kenner played basketball for RMC. Yes, that was when Robert Morris was a junior college, not a university. During his 2 seasons of junior college basketball, Kenner scored 973 points, making him the veteran choice for the Athletic Hall of Fame.
Dan Swalga was the head coach of the women's basketball team from 1978 to 1991. He led the team to a 211-win, 134-loss overall record during that span. Swalga is the winningest coach in women's Colonial basketball history. Currently, he serves as the Director of Athletics at Point Park University.
Lastly, we have the women's crew of the turn of the millennium. The 2000 boat consisted of Kate Kirsten, Courtney Hayes, Jody Muscovich, Kristen Prize, and Nicole Snyder. These 5 ladies were able to finish the varsity heavyweight 4 classification with a time of 7:25.48. Hayes, Prize, and Snyder are homegrown Pennsylvanians, while Muscovich is a native of Cincinnati, Ohio, and Kirsten came from Macomb, Michigan. All 5 of these Colonial rowers are alumni and will be presented their awards. It's Saturday at the homecoming game, so be sure to check out that RMU Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony.
Who's got short shorts? Yeah, volleyball players do, and you'll get to see them next. Stay tuned. CSC will be right back.
Short breaks, short shorts. What more could anyone want in life?
Honestly, Heather, I really couldn't tell you, but I'm just glad there are still short shorts in the winter because summer just isn't really long enough.
No, it's not. I definitely think it's nicer to have a hint of summer in the dead of winter. But enough about summer and what comes before and after. How are the Lady Colonials looking at the net this season?
Well, sadly, the Megan Bell era of the Colonial volleyball team is over, but I think we'll all get over it. The ladies volleyball team moves on and was voted to place 3rd in the NEC behind Central Connecticut State and defending NEC champions Long Island, led by junior middle blocker outside hitter Emily Wooltice and senior middle blocker Jeanette Schneider. RMU came into Tuesday night's game against the Duquesne Dukes at 9 wins and 11 losses on the season. This was the second to last non-conference match for Bobby Moe. Let's head to the A.J. Palumbo Center and see the action. All right, let's go. Taking a look at the new ladies team sporting the blue digs up against Duquesne in the white, a pretty young team. Only one senior, and there's head coach Rob Thomas, assistant coach James Savoy without the Cheetos. Game 1, Duquesne with the serve. RMU's Tanya Serino gonna set up Jeanette Schneider. Respect my authority. The ladies, early, having some major serve problems. 10 all together in the game. Probably should lay off the Wheaties or the chicken wraps in the cap. Lightening things up a bit, Jessica Camioni makes sure it's good. Chelsea Tolotson and Jenny Gross going to volley the ball back over to Bobby Moe's end. Cassie Lee spikes it, tipped by Jessica Artman. Point RMU, Camioni with the serve. The Dukes will set up some offense. And Lindsay Hess going to spike it, but it's denied by Cassie Lee, sophomore from Vista, California. We win game 1, 30-12, game 2, Duquesne. We play it back into the zone. A little miscommunication between Lisa Jaska and Haley Schroeder would be point Duquesne. However, Robert Morris signed up with the Verizon network, and they never have dropped calls anymore. Jaska's going to set it up for Storino. Check out the arrows here. Splits 3 Duquesne players. Going to get the point for her, much to the dismay of Duke head coach Steve Opperman. That would be Storino's only kill on the night. Elena Gibson going to serve it up for Duquesne, who sets it up for Lindsay Hess. Going to knock it over, but let it go. Storino, smart move, lets it go out. Point for us. Emily Wooltice going to tap it over Duquesne. It looks all good for them. Nice spike, but there's a little communication breakdown. Just misjudges the jump. Why can't we have a network like the Kumar Swamis? Good girls, 2 games to none, taking the game 2, 30-26. Emily Wooltice, pancakes, point RMU. Time to open up the floodgates. Haley Schroeder just misses her face. Dana McLaughlin with a bruised arm. She'll be fine. Bobby Moe with the serve. And this just proves how valuable Jeanette Schneider has been for the team over the last 4 years. 11 kills on the night for her, 4 digs, 23 attacks. More Bobby Moe defense converting into offense. Emily Wooltice is going to be set up here for another point. 15 kills for her on the night. A little goofiness. Jeanette Schneider going to get called for going over the net to block. You be the judge. Take another look. I don't know. It kind of looks like she's over, but it could also be the camera angle. Tanya Storino going to plead her case, but the call would stand. This would be match point right here. Dukes played into RMU zone, sets up Wooltice. Check the spike out. Look at the accuracy on that, and that would be it. 3 games to none. Robert Morris takes it 30-21, game 1, 30-26, 2. 30-26 in game 3. Emily Wooltice, 15 kills. Haley Schroeder, 6 blocks. Elena Gibson, 15 digs. On the Duke side, Amanda Haig, 9 kills. Mandy Humphrey, 3 blocks. Laura Castine, 17 digs. Freshman goalie Heather Rossi picked up a CHA Rookie of the Week accolades after collecting 29 saves in her second collegiate start against Boston University. Although losing 3-2, Rossi only gave up even strength goal, or only gave up one even. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Her first start against Minnesota State, Rossi racked up an astounding 54 saves. Catch the ladies in this action this Saturday against Union University for a 7:35 face-off.
Attention all boys, guys, and men of the one and only Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Listen close because this could be your chance to become a star of Colonial Sports Center. If you find yourself saying yes to the next statements, then you're probably a broken record. No. But really, if you like physical activity, heavy perspiring, hardwood floors, and orange balls, you might want to show up at the men's open basketball tryouts this Sunday, October 15th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Sewell Center. Oh, P.S. I'm sure Nick Lumley will be there to cheer you on.
Robert Morris held a pep rally today recognizing all of the fall sports athletes and to energize the Colonial faithful for this Saturday's game against Central Connecticut State. Radio announcer Chris Shovlin was the host of the event, featuring speeches by athletes and coaches, football star Ray Gensler, volleyball star Haley Schroeder, track and field star Adam Woodford. All addressed their fellow students. The RMU Jam Blues Band performed with the Colonial cheerleaders, but it was President Greg DeLomo that stole the show with a passionate speech to fire up the crowd. Colonial Sports Center caught up with the president afterwards.
Well, the major purpose of my speech was obviously to congratulate the players, the athletes, but more importantly to get all of our student body to come out and support the athletes. I think this creates a lot of school spirit. It helps the athletes, helps the win-loss records. It just creates a whole excitement around the university.
Well, if you're watching us, you aren't watching the Pittsburgh Penguins up against, New York Rangers. But I'll tell you what, so if the NHL isn't doing it for you, well, we have some chicks on grass with hockey sticks. That's coming up next.
Just like our hometown Steelers, the women's field hockey team just hasn't been seeing much winning action on the field nor from the sidelines. This past Sunday, up at the Joe Walton Stadium, the Colonials hosted the Sacred Heart Pioneers. With a loss of 1-6, the Colonial season now stands at 2 wins, 9 losses overall, and puts them 0-3 in the NEC. Shall we take a trip in time to see how it all went down? Here we have Lisa Coach Bell preps her girls on the sideline, and here's the crowd. Actually a pretty good turnout, and the stylish RMU Colonial was there. Here we have Marissa Zizi, who passes it to number 12, Andrea Tasker, for an early scoring opportunity, but her shot goes wide. Now in Pioneer territory, junior Lori Kings takes it to the face. Group. Erica Bin hits it right there. There's no crying in field hockey. Shauna Kushner takes a little stumble, and in comes Amy Hendricks to pick up the ball and taste plastic grass. That sets up a penalty corner. They send the ball outside the arc towards the back post, and the deflection right there goes wide. Pioneers on some kind of breakaway. Carissa I deflects the post, and the score is still 0-all. Sacred Heart had possession most of the game with another scoring opportunity right here, trying to take out the trash in front of the net, but Kate Dunlap says no dice. The penalty was called on Robert Morris here. The penalty shot is set up, and Colleen Carney takes a slap at it, but again, the shot is wide. Here's Sacred Heart trying to see her ability to defend her house. Interestingly, in the second half is when Sacred Heart went on to score 6, and they won with a final score 6-1. Here we have Sacred Heart again, 6-1. Chris I had 4 goals, Colleen Corney had 1 goal, and Brittany Roselle had 1 goal. And for Robert Morris, Marissa Zizi had 4 shots, Sarah Schroet with 2 shots, and Kate Dunlaps with an impressive 8 saves.
And as of tonight, the NEC field hockey standings, well, they look like this. Lock Haven is in first place in the NEC at a 3-0 record in the conference, 10-4 overall. Sacred Heart, Quinnipiac, and Siena. Ryder rounding out the top 5, all with impressive NEC records, 4-1, 3-1, 2-2. And Robert Morris rounding out the entire list at number 8 at 0-3 in conference, 2-9 overall. And joining us tonight is one of the key players in RMU's phenomenal defense. Nick Lumley sits down with Colonial defender Mike Nicholas.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Mike Nicholas. Mike, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
No problem.
We had a great game last week, but last year you sat out, you redshirted, you had a bad ankle injury. What did you do over the offseason to come back?
The whole time I've ended up getting 2 surgeries on my ankle. gone through rehab. I used to go through rehab. Went to a class about 3 times a week, and they also gave me extra work to do about an hour or 2 every day. I had to do a bunch of ankle movements and just try to get my mobility back.
And now you're like ready to go, right?
I'm ready to go now.
Now, last year, obviously a very disappointing season. What has come together with the team to kind of revitalize the defense?
I think a lot last year was we were all young. My sophomore year, the last time I played, I had only played with one other, Ray Gensler, and I also played with Jeff. Other than that, everyone was pretty much new last year, so I think a lot of it was experience. And everybody this year just seems to have a lot much more confidence and just seems a lot more easygoing about playing football and just more excited.
Now, when you talk about that senior leadership, how much does a guy like a Ray Gensler and Jeff Romas bring to the field?
They definitely bring a lot, especially like last game with the last series coming. They were able to keep their cool about everything. You could tell a lot of players were kind of getting a little nervous or anything. They were able to calm everyone down and just help out, get everyone focused on what was going on.
Now, how intense was that last drive though? Can we go back into time and kind of maybe go like the last 2 or 3 plays?
It was crazy, especially after the pass interference call. Everybody was kind of upset and mad about everything that was going on, but we also just had to try to stay focused, and not to mention the way they drove about 73 yards on us, so we were all a little tired, but we had to stay in there for the last 3 plays.
Now, with the victory, you guys are undefeated and you're at the top of the NEC, but unfortunately, it seems that you guys are kind of playing with a chip on your shoulder. You were picked 8th this year in the NEC, to finish in the NEC.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you go to our locker room, it's posted everywhere. It's where is RMU, and that's just one thing that it's our payback tour. We're coming out to prove to everybody that we're here to play. We're here to do well.
Now, it's a very big matchup this week. You're playing Central Connecticut State, who's actually ranked in the actual 1AA poll at 19th overall. They have a great offense. Tell us about the team and some of the things that you think that they're going to bring this Saturday.
They're a lot different than the teams we've played previously. They run the ball. They run and keep running. I think last game they threw about 6 times. They've got 3 very good running backs that they keep pressing on the ball and just keep pushing and hope that they can beat you on the ground.
Now, especially they have a Justice Hairston who had 326 yards, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
So really kind of the running attack. If you kind of maybe molded that more to say some of the other teams which were more pass-oriented, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, they run the ball. They're not afraid to let you know that they're going to run the ball. So it'll be a tough game.
Also, last week you had a heck of a game. 2 interceptions. You also had a tackle. Some of the accolades that you kind of have. You're now tied for 3rd all-time interceptions. Are you more those are nice? Are you more of a team guy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, all this stuff's really nice, but I mean, when it comes down to it, since I've been here, it's all about the ring. I've came here because it's been a winning tradition, and I want to finish my last year with a ring on my finger.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Tonight's last call actually features our producer, Dan Yost, and I wouldn't count on running into him at your local 7-Eleven cooking burritos in the microwave anytime soon. I'll let him explain. Dan?
People often wonder when the line of corporate sponsorship in American sports will be crossed. And while we're not the level of European soccer, where putting corporate names and logos across team uniforms is commonplace, we are getting close. The White Sox announced this week that they'll be moving the starting time of their weekday evening games back 4 minutes from the previous time of 7:07 p.m. For those of you who aren't doing the math, that makes the new start time of White Sox home games 7:11 p.m., which, as you may have noticed, shares itself with the name of a popular brand of convenience store, 7-Eleven. That's right, the people that brought you the Big Gulp and Slurpee are ponying up nearly $500,000 a season so that the White Sox will start games at 7:11 p.m. While I am not opposed to seeking creative ways to increase the budget of a major sports team, Pirates, look into it, please, I am outraged at the idea of changing the start time of games so you could pick up an extra paycheck. At least you could do better than $500,000. That doesn't even cover the salary of a late-round rookie, let alone make a dent in the payroll of a major league club. So, to the White Sox, I hope the $500,000 you picked up this season is worth all the laughs, sighs, and shaking heads that are running from coast to coast when people compare this stunt to the actions of a minor league ball team that will do anything for its 15 minutes of fame. With the last call, I'm Dan Yost.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, indeed it was.
So, what are your plans this weekend? Big homecoming theme, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And funny that you mentioned it. I actually have something to ask you. I was wondering if Heather, would you go to homecoming with me?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I just feel bad for this poor little Rose here. Look, it's all depressed.
Oh, well, here we can. I have some
Gatorade.
Yeah.
All right,
give
it a little electrolytes in your life.
All right, well, we're going to go to homecoming, and this is where the cameras shut off because it gets a little crazy after this. But anyway, come back next Thursday. I didn't mean it like that. Come back next Thursday, same time, more Colonial action, and maybe we'll still be going out by then.
Maybe. I'm Heather Suddeth, Brian Turpak. See you guys later. Bye.